Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Schuyler. This may come as a bit of a surprise to most of you uh, that I would appear here on one of these 9 at 9 recordings. But that rascal Dr. Roy Stauffer called me a couple of days ago and thought it would be a good idea if I made a bit of an appearance from down here on Jekyll Island, Georgia, and share a few thoughts with you. For those of you new to Woodmont, my wife, Sarah, and our 3 children were longtime members of Woodmont from all the way back in 1980 through 2017 when Sarah and I retired and moved out of Green Hills and down here to southeast Georgia on the Atlantic Ocean. And I also served on the staff for a number of years under Clay's leadership, and I am very happy to be with you for just a few moments. This will actually be a 9 at 10 since I'm on Eastern Standard Time. And since most of you, I suspect, are landlocked, I thought I'd begin by sharing just a few bits of film that I've taken over the last day or two. And the first one here is a little peek at the Atlantic Ocean, which is about 50 paces from our front door. Now, this next clip is actually, I guess, a little bit scary. These are a couple of frames that are hanging in our home down here. It's a collection of shark's teeth that Sarah's family and I have collected over the last 20 years. It'll also indicate why I don't go in the ocean very often. For those of you who may not be familiar with Jekyll Island, Georgia, Jekyll is one of 3 islands that are referred to as the Golden Isles. The other two, St. Simon's and Sea Island, are a little more familiar to the general public, but Jekyll was actually owned by a group of America's wealthiest industrialists back in the late 1800s, and this was their winter playground. This was the Rockefellers, the Pulitzers, the Cranes, the DuPonts, the Morgans, and many others. So it was their place to come from the north and spend the winter. And here is a little drive down Millionaire's Row and a peek at some of the cottages and finally the hotel that they built for their friends. Sarah and I certainly miss the Woodmont community. What a wonderful family that was. What a wonderful place to worship and to share a sense of fellowship for so many years. Like many of my former colleagues and coworkers who have added to this wonderful series of 9 at 9, uh, I would certainly agree that this is a very surreal, very difficult, and troubling time that we're living through. Sarah mentioned to me just yesterday that it's been over 40 days since we have begun sheltering here, going out to the grocery store once a week. Yesterday, I'm very happy to say that I went to a local grocery store in the mainland called Winn-Dixie, and I was able to get 6 rolls of paper towels and 12 rolls of toilet paper. So that puts us a little more at ease. But life continues. Our little Baptist church here on the island, where we've been worshiping since we moved down here 3 years ago, like Woodmont, is not meeting, but we are having some daily devotions through email, and they have been uplifting. I wish you all the very best, and I trust you are looking just beyond the horizon when all of this will be behind us. And more than anything else, I trust that you all are keeping the faith. There's a Bible verse that, again, my former colleagues at church might recall that I would bring up often. It's a favorite verse of mine from Hebrews 13:8. And it states very plainly, Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever. Our lives have been disrupted. It's not the same as it was yesterday or 6 weeks ago, but we have the infinite hope that Jesus will never fail us and he will remain the same. And it is in him that our faith and our salvation resides. Will you pray with me, please? Eternal God, I'm so grateful for the community of Woodmont Christian Church. I'm grateful for the way that you have provided for each of us as we go through these troubled times, knowing that you are with us yesterday, today, and forever. Be well, friends. God bless you.